Rounding up the day's semi-final action at Wimbledon now on BBC Two with Sue Barker. Ladies and gentlemen, time.
Three big questions today. Could Tim finally beat Pete and make the final? Could Andre stake his claim to regain the trophy he won in '92? And could Steffi make it a date for title number 8? The first was back in '88. Good evening. It's been a busy day here at Wimbledon with both show courts being used for the semi-finals. I'm pleased to say that Pam Shriver is here to give us her thoughts on today's news. And we start with the two players chasing history. Tim Henman hoping to become the first British finalist in the men's championship for 61 years against Pete Sampras, who was aiming to stay on course for a 12th Grand Slam singles title to equal the record held by Roy Emerson. Well, we can join the match in the first set. They've already exchanged service breaks. Here's Sampras serving at 1-2, and in the commentary box, Pat Cash and John Barrett.
Love 15.
To say that both of these players are tentative at the moment, it's an understatement. Boy, that serve got up. That was a very makeable shot. Dropped way in.
Oh, that's a lovely touch.
Well, he had the angle there. Certainly wasn't a particularly fast serve. Beautiful return cross court, giving Henman 3 break points. Well, it went out, but I'll tell you what, that was the shot. He had Sampras coming forward, and off a low ball, a low volley, very difficult to lob. He had to go for it. Still 2 break points.
So a good start for Henman, and he held on from there to take the first set 6-3. Now, Sampras had picked up a groin strain a few days ago and asked for the trainer early in the second set. He received treatment at each change of ends, and the injury didn't seem to hamper his play. So Henman the first set 6-3, and here's the British #1 serving to stay in the second set at 4-5.
Love. 30 love. Well,
I certainly found that the player sitting there, or the trainer or the referee, whatever, sitting there is right where Sampras would be hitting a backhand. And if they're sitting there and they're talking or whatever, it would put you off. I'm a bit surprised he's sitting there. I used to tell Alan Mills to please move out of the way, in a very polite way, of course.
Ah.
30.
Well, this is more what we expect from the champion. And this time, the depth of the half volley, and it was a good return of serve, of course, that did the damage, wasn't sufficient to put him under any pressure. So another of those huge points. 4-5, 30 all. Oh, that's done it.
Well, this is more like
30,
Sampras, we know, as we mentioned, he's got a small opportunity. What a great pickup from Henman. I mean, he could not have done any better than that. And Sampras had to hit it within about 2 inches, anywhere within those 2 inches, and he hit it right perfectly. It's given him set point.
Oh, he's missed it.
deuce.
Well, what an opportunity. Boy. Is that a let off?
Advantage Sampras.
Well, it wouldn't be surprising if the pressure is beginning to get to him. But this is where Henman, certainly these championships, has shown us what he's made of. Set point number 2.
Deuce.
Well, Jim Courier knows just how Pete Sampras feels.
Advantage Henman. Deuce.
A little shake of the head, and well, he might. Creeping up towards the half-century of double faults, these championships. It's been a sorry tale. 6 today. Good again, I think. No fault.
Well, Henman did everything. Well, look how close he was, how far
Sampras.
inside the service line he hit that volley. He got in very close. Sampras again had to hit it absolutely perfectly and touch the line. Another set point.
Second set. Sampras. 6-4. 1-7.
So 1-set-all. Sampras broke early in the third set and went on to take it 6-3. We pick it up in the fourth set, Henman leading 4-3.
Love 15.
Well, one doesn't like to see double faults applauded. Well, this will get them going.
Love 30.
Well, he got to that one. Couldn't quite get the balance
15,
properly
30.
on the backhand pass.
Long.
Well, you were talking about the quality of second serves being decisive. And that was such an important point, and 112 miles per hour. Very impressive.
Thirty, 40. Deuce. Advantage Sampras.
Wow. Talk about hitting through your volleys. What a shot to hit.
Deuce.
I think they all sense that this could be the moment.
Advantage Sampras. Game Sampras. 4-game sold.
Suddenly an anticlimax. Sampras going in to change rackets, is he? Yes. Picking up probably one that's been restrung during the match. You get used to a frame and get fond of it. 4 games all then, and Sampras surviving magnificently the one break point against him. 4-all.
Love 15. Love 30. Love 40.
Well, that's why he's the champion, taking his chances. 3 break points.
So now all Sampras had to do was hold serve to win, and this was match point. Sampras the winner in 4 sets. He's through to the final once again. But Tim's Wimbledon challenge is over.
It's tough. You don't want to lose your serve at any time. But I think end of the second set, beginning of the third, that's definitely where Pete's game went up a gear, and I couldn't quite respond. But I think overall on the day, I lost to a better player.
I think his level was pretty good. I didn't think he played poor. I don't know how Tim felt, but he was, he was making me work very hard. And like I said, won the first set, had a break point in the second, and I'm down 2 sets to love, and that's a big hole to really come out of. And I don't think Tim played poorly. I mean, I think he played well, these past week and a half, and he didn't get it this year. But like I said to the press, I mean, it's just a matter of time before things fall into place, and it takes a little bit of luck to win any Grand Slam, and it's just a matter of time before he does it.
So looking back at the championships, in a positive way, or?
Yeah, it's tough to do that when you just lost, but I feel like I've played much more consistently of a higher standard this year. But in the next few weeks, then I've got to go away. I've got to improve my game, and I can certainly do that. And undoubtedly, I can come back and win this tournament one day.
I was going to say, because you've had such happy memories here at Wimbledon, has that soured it in a way because you didn't maybe play your best?
If you lose any tennis match, it's a pretty sour moment. It wasn't. It's not the best I've ever played here, but no, as I said, I think Pete was better on the day, and that's why I feel like if I go away, I improve my game, then there's no reason why I can't go a few steps further.
Yeah, 4 sets day, a close match at Queen's, and you say confidently that you think you'll come back and win it one day.
100%.
Well, Pam, it's almost like going in a time warp. It's similar interviews to we heard a year ago in a way.
I think the quality of play last year was better than today. A couple of those service games from Henman were really terrible. I mean, the one where he dropped serve in the second set where he really had Sampras on the ropes. Henman needed to get Sampras down 2-0, and he served the double fault out by yards when he was up the game point to get to 5-all, and then he served the double fault to give the set away, and then you could see Sampras with that little hop, skip, and a jump. And then Pete, as Tim said, just picked up the level of his game. And then the service game towards the end was really about the worst service game I think I've ever seen Tim Henman play.
It is such a shame because we can't get away from the fact that he played very well, won a great match against Courier. To get through to the last 4 was an achievement in itself, but I think he'll be disappointed in the way he went out.
Well, I think the good news is that 2 straight years to get through to the semifinals, it means you come into this tournament every single year feeling that you're going to get through to those final stages. And I think it is a building experience. Tim Henman is not a Pete Sampras. He's not going to win 10, 11, 12 Grand Slams. He may win 1 or 2 or 3, possibly. And obviously everyone hopes the 1 or 2 is here. And I do think he has the game to do it, but he needs to serve better, and he needs to play the big points better. And I still think he's mature. I look at him, I just think Tim Henman is a little bit of a late bloomer. I think he will play his best tennis between, say, is he 25 now? Between 25
24, I think he is.
And 28, 29 years of age. I mean, you cannot keep these mid to late 20s people and say, oh, they're finished.
Yes, I hope he thinks positively about it. We'll talk about Pete Sampras a little later on, but now to the second men's semi-final. It produced some scintillating tennis because Pat Rafter is one of the best serve volleyers against Andre Agassi, who's an outstanding counterpuncher. The winner of this match would become the new world #1. Well, we can join it in the first set. Agassi is serving at 4-5, and in the commentary box, the former champion, Michael Stick, is alongside David Mercer.
Well, this backhand went rather astray for Rafter. That one was fine, the slice, but he tries to change to the roll this time. Got it much too close to him, drops the racket head.
That's what I was expecting of Patrick a little bit more as well throughout the match. He's just taking the pace off the ball, not giving Andre the pace he likes to play with, and Andre still makes him run around, but finally, you know, he's just overhitting the ball and just missing a little bit long.
15-30.
Beautiful depth on that volley from Rafter, right onto the far baseline, and really his first little chance of a break, 2 points away from the set.
Bad choice of shots by Andre to come in at that time, at that stage in the game. He was a little bit desperate, didn't really know what to do, played that back and way too short into the court. An easy forehand cross-court part by Patrick Rafter sets up the first 2 break points of this set and set point. Very well saved that
30-40.
set point. Took the chance, played a beautiful forehand into the backhand corner of Patrick Rafter. Aggressive shot, risky shot, and paid off with an easy smash to save the first set point. 1 more to go.
Deuce.
You may have seen some chalk fly up when that pass from Rafter bounced. It was the baseline, but just outside the sidelines.
Advantage Agassi.
Looking back, you have to admire the way Andre played those 2 set points. I mean, he was nearly losing that set, and he didn't hesitate at all with stroking his shots and really going for it, and it paid off. He's up to game point right now to level at 5-all.
Game Agassi. Five games all.
The first crisis of the match is averted by Agassi, and we remain on serve. Yes, no wonder he's smiling. He's always chatting, winning or losing.
He's always analyzing the matches while he's sitting up there, knows everything better than anyone else.
Love 15.
I mean, not his best stroke, but he, I think, the player in the world who plays a shot the best, and he was just very unlucky to miss that fraction wide. Love 15. I have to say, it's just amazing tennis those 2 guys really show us out there. I mean, every point is played with absolute 100%, and one shot meets the other, and there's not easy mistakes or any faults that we see. It's just winning points. It's all about winning points here.
40-15.
Cut it a little fine. I don't think he intended the volley to be right onto the baseline. That's sensational.
Just imagine as an average player that to even get the racket onto that return of serve is just unbelievable difficult, and then to get it over. I mean, it was a great point by Henry, but also full credits to Pat.
Deuce.
Agassi taking advantage of the first time that Rafter stays back behind the serve. 5-all deuce.
Cue. Thank you.
A little bit of a breeze seems to come up, so maybe that just distracted his ball toss there.
That's second serve. Advantage Agassi.
That's a very bad time to come up with a double forward. Only a second in this match so far, and sets up break point for Henry Agassi.
Game Agassi.
Well, Agassi held in the next game to take the opening set 7-5. Agassi had 9 break points in the second set, but couldn't convert any of them, so it was decided by a tiebreak. We joined that with Rafter serving at 1-2.
Three, 1. Agassi.
That what happens at some stage in the match, that if you've been put so much pressure on by the returner of serve that you have to miss at some stage quite easy volley like that. But you know, 3-1 Agassi, nothing is
3-2. Agassi. Four, 2, Agassi.
incredible rally again from both players. The different tactics you see. Patrick Rafter just slicing the backhands in all the time, then gets one short, tries to get Agassi into the net, actually, I think, on purpose, and then tries to play that forehand down the line passing shot. But Agassi, not the tallest of guys at the net, has a good reach and plays that cross-court backhand volley for a winner to lead 4-2 in the breaker.
4-3. Agassi.
Only the second passing shot winner that Raft has hit in the entire match, but what an important one. Back on serve in the tiebreak.
Agassi.
And the instant reply from Henry Agassi with the big forehand return. Then again, the serve was not wide enough again, too close to the body, so made it a little bit easier for Henry to hit a good return.
Agassi.
Good body control from Patrick Rafter there. He really played that backhand chip nicely. Covers down the line, easy forehand volley to put away. To come back to 4-5, Agassi serving.
Agassi.
Sudden injection of pace on the forehand. 2 set points for 2 sets to love. Just long.
6-5. Agassi.
Rafter took the risk of playing a chip and coming into the net. What hasn't worked so successfully throughout the match so far, but you know, he did it at the right time to put pressure on Agassi. He wanted to win that point very badly and just put that pass, backhand pass, cross court, just a little bit long over the baseline. Still set point for Agassi.
Second set, Agassi. 7 games to 6. Agassi leads 2 sets to love. New balls, please.
Well, Agassi dominated the 3rd set and at 5-2 had reached match point. Tremendous performance from Agassi, the winner in straight sets. He won an emotional French Open Championships a few weeks ago. He's certainly back to his best. He's in the final to the delight of his fans here at Wimbledon.
He was very strong, very good, and it was, you know, I come off the court and I'm sure I'm disappointed, but it's one of those situations where you just think I put in everything. I thought I played pretty good tennis and been beaten by a better player.
Because the first 2 sets, there was very little between you.
Yeah, he was putting a lot of pressure on me. I never, you know, I had love 30 and I had the 15-40, you know, only once.
The set points, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't continually put pressure on him. He was just serving and hitting his ground strokes very, very hard.
Were you surprised, you know, how well he was playing on the grass?
Yeah, and I sort of surprised myself because I thought I played pretty well, and but his tennis is as good as I've seen it, you know, on any surface.
So now you're in the final, going to walk out and centre court against Pete. Is that, I guess you want to beat the best player here on grass. He may not be the world #1 anymore, you are, but here he's sort of owned the centre court for a few years.
He has, and rightfully so. He's been playing some of the best tennis in the world on grass now for a number of years, and you know, if you're going to win this tournament, you gotta beat the best, and I have no complaints with that. I'll take a good shot at it.
And being world #1, how does that feel?
Quite remarkable, you know, for me, because it's certainly a symbol of a reflection of a lot of hard work, you know, and being ranked under 140 in the world and coming back has not been an easy road, and it's not been a quick one, and it's been one of a lot of determination, and so you see your ranking and it does make you feel good, but you know what would make me feel better is coming here tomorrow and playing like I'm #1. That's the most important thing.
The Agassi story is an amazing one, isn't it? The last few weeks.
Well, the last few weeks, as he said, it's just paid off the hard work. And I think about a year and 9 months ago, 140 in the world, he was playing satellite tournaments just to get matches, and to think where he is now, it's amazing. It's one of the great comebacks in tennis history.
But he was just awesome today.
Well, when Agassi in his career sees the ball well, nobody has timed the ball better, and that's the way he's playing right now, and frankly, I think he's the favorite.
Really, because the All-American final now
on the 4th of July. Very fitting. No, you're in depression about it, but
here we are. That's okay.
Obviously, I mean, some people you could argue either one with a very firm force, but I just think the way Agassi's striking the ball, and Pat Rafter, a great serve volleyer, not as good a serve as Pete, but better volleys than Pete, and Agassi just handled him.
But the way Pete played today.
I think Pete needs to raise the level to beat Agassi, and Pete can do that in a final. I mean, Pete in finals here, I think he's perfect. He's never lost one. You know, he lost the Krajicek, the only match in this string, and that was in the quarterfinal. So Pete in the finals is special here, but Andre, when he gets on the roll, is equally special.
I was going to say, because for the two of them, there's so much to prove tomorrow. I mean, Pete wants the record, or to equal the record, and Agassi would dearly love to win.
See, and this is what's making men's tennis special again, and it's Agassi. He's sparked the whole thing, and it's really fun to watch.
It certainly will be fun to watch tomorrow. Well, now to an outstanding ladies semi-final. It featured Steffi Graf, 7 times the champion here, now 30 years of age, against 17-year-old Mirjana Lucic, who's one of the rising stars of the game. And if you think Graf hits the ball hard, just watch Lucic. We can join it in the first set. It went to a tie-break. Here's Graf serving at 1 point all. And watching this one, it's Virginia Wade and Barry Davis.
You can't ask for better than that. Just short of the line on both wings. And in the manner of the set, first 3 points here in the tiebreak against the server.
Miss Lucic.
Both.
Miss Lucic.
Just the one break advantage, but good holding of her serve there by Lucic. Graf responds as she did at the end of the set.
Lucic on a wonderful roll here with her forehands, the power coming off that flank. So tremendous that it's just really hard for Steffi to change the ball and do anything different with it. 5 straight points in a row.
So easy to say, but not so easy to achieve. 2 serves would see Lucic take the first set here.
6-2, Miss Lucic.
And 4 more set points. Graf saved 2 before we went into the tiebreak.
Three, Miss Lucic.
Still set points.
Again. In first set, Miss Lucic.
7-3 in the tiebreak. And it was very well played by Mariana Lucic.
7 games.
So the first set to the 17-year-old. We joined the second set with Graf leading 5-4.
Steffi's struggling a little with the return of serve, just pushing that one back, but what she did so well was anticipate that shot. It was a great shot from Lucic. Steffi was just 1 ahead then.
Lucic back where she was earlier in the set, second game. She pulled herself out of it then, but this is more crucial. That absolutely skidded through.
15-30.
This ball just shot off the ground. Very depressing.
Just a quick look, but the call was right. Absolutely immaculate length. 4-5, 30 all. Second break point of this second set, and this one is a set point for Steffi Graf.
Net, first service. Second set, Miss Graf.
And from there, Graf took control of the third set, and at 5-3, she was serving at match point. So Graf is through to her 9th final, and she's only lost one here at Wimbledon. That was her first back in '87, but she had a real scare out on court number 1 today against one of the new names in tennis, Milana Lucic. But Graf on course for another Grand Slam title. Well done, Steffi, but did she surprise you the way she came out and was just blasting winners in the first set?
Yeah, because she was doing that continuously, and she didn't wait for 1 or 2 shots. She really took the first chance, and she had a lot of depth in her shots. I mean, she was so close to the lines a lot of times, and yeah, I mean, she took a lot of risks and made a lot of shots out of it.
This is the first tournament since a long time that I played well, you know, and that I reached semifinals, and it's Wimbledon. It's a pretty big one, and I'm really happy and very proud, you know, because I've put a lot of hard work, and it was hard, you know, it was hard coming here, but, you know, this place has a very special, you know, place in my heart, and I really like it a lot. So I enjoyed it very much this year.
And did you have an added distraction on there when they found out that Tim had won the first set on centre?
Oh yeah, they were, you know, obviously during the changeovers, everybody was looking at the scoreboards, and when he got the first break at 2-love, everybody was standing up and clapping, and obviously when he won the first set, everybody was cheering and going crazy about it.
So you looked at the scoreboard as well?
Oh yeah, I was always, I mean, I knew what was going on, obviously, of all those cheers, but I always took a peek too.
Well, now you're through to another Wimbledon final. I know they all are very special, but is this one particularly so? Because a month ago, you would never have thought you'd be here as French Open champion and in a Wimbledon final.
Yeah, I mean, those past few weeks have been amazing. I mean, before Paris, I wasn't even sure if I was supposed to play Paris because I wasn't in the best of conditions, and, you know, my back hurting a little bit, and I didn't play a lot of matches in the past few weeks before that, and what kept me really going was really to get some match preparation to come here to Wimbledon, and then I win the French, and now I'm here in the finals. I mean, I can't ask of anything else.
And tomorrow, Steffi will meet Lindsay Davenport, who today outclassed the 18-year-old qualifier Alexandra Stevenson on centre court. This is how she finished it off. Davenport, the winner, 6-1, 6-1, a place in the Wimbledon final for the first time. And another bonus, that win assures that she will be the new world #1.
It's a great honor to also be #1, but to get to my first Wimbledon finals really right now what I'm really excited about.
I think your reaction at the end of the match sort of let that know the delight.
Yeah, it was so exciting for me. Even winning easily, you still always, to get to the first final, it is unbelievable. For a couple years there, I really struggled on the surface, losing second round for many years, and this year coming in with a great attitude, trying to enjoy it, and I feel my game's getting better each match, and I'm starting to actually like the grass.
But have you enjoyed the Wimbledon experience? Because
Yes.
you've come through qualifying, you've experienced every
I've
bit.
experienced every single little thing, and it's been great. I'm so happy that I always remember this year that I came through qualifying in the semis.
And I looked at the prize money. Was it £96,000? That's over $150,000.
Ooh.
Have you got anything planned for that?
Well, I told my mom I'd buy her own laundry since we have a laundry in an apartment building, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a car, maybe later. I think I have to build up a little. We need to pay off all our debts.
Don't blame her. Lovely character, and she'll be back. But let's talk about the final. It's Graf against Davenport. Lovely one to look forward to.
Oh, it really is. And when Davenport said she's playing a little bit better with each match, that's really dangerous for Steffi Graf, who's played 2 extremely hard last couple of singles matches, the Williams match and today's match. I give Davenport the edge.
Because we actually noticed she had some strapping on her thigh. She had to pull out of the mixed doubles with McEnroe because she didn't want to aggravate it anymore.
Right, and Steffi Graf has played an incredible amount of tennis in the last month. Still, her record in finals, I mean, it's like no one else's. But Davenport, when she got the finals of the Olympics, played an amazing match to win in straight sets over Sanchez Vicario, who she'd never beaten. She beat Hingis at the U.S. Open, played phenomenally well. Davenport is a great big match player.
We haven't seen that match, but what does she have to do to beat Graf?
Well, Davenport has the weapons to dictate off both sides. Her backhand and forehand. Her forehand has improved. Her serve has improved. And obviously, with the loss of weight, her movement is so much better. Steffi Graf still moves better, but I'm telling you, Davenport has the weapons to win tomorrow.
Okay, well, that will certainly be an emotional final tomorrow. We now bring you our shot of the day. It came from court number 1, and that man, Andre Agassi.
Oh, how did he squeeze that one across?
And no doubt there'll be more from Agassi on centre court tomorrow. Take a look at the order of play. Both finals are on the centre court. The ladies' final starts at 12 o'clock. Our coverage begins at 11:40 on BBC One. And then it's Sampras against Agassi. That match will be on the centre court not before 2 p.m. So great finals to look forward to. And Pam, we've got to say goodbye. You're going home.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed the championship?
I have very much. Second week, tough with the rain, but it's always special to come back. And thanks for having me. I got to get home to my husband tomorrow.
And it's your birthday tomorrow as well. So that's absolutely brilliant. Thanks ever so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so 2 fascinating finals to look forward to. Do join us on BBC One from 11:40. But from all of the team here on Today at Wimbledon, goodbye.